You happen to have people in your life and they feel like they just can say certain things to you and feel like it's okay. They know that, hey, you don't like being interrupted when having a conversation. They feel like they could call you names and think that's okay, right? You happen to come across some people that you don't know, you barely know, and they feel like they can just say certain things to you, and because that's what they're used to doing, saying certain things to people and thinking that it's okay to be disrespectful. Family and friends, I gotta let you know, most people, when they disrespect you, it's a sign of showing how they feel about themselves. I said it. But before I get into the video, let me introduce myself. This is your best friend, your new best friend, Gene. Please like, share, and subscribe. Alright? I want to start off by saying Happy New Year to each and every one of you, and I hope that the way you started your new year was great, because you do know, as you do know, the way you started is the way it will end. All right, so I hope you enjoyed yourself, and let's get into the video. I got my hat over here. I just realized that. But let's get into the video. People is just all-time high. It's like they don't at all really care how they treat people, because we just came from a time where everybody was just stuck in it was like people were just away from reality, right? And what I mean reality is like you go outside your house, you interact with people, going to work. And in 2020, and I believe it was for like 2 years, right? Everybody was just in the house. And what they were doing, right, the whole time, they were on social media, right? They were watching YouTube, right? And failed to realize that, hey, everything that was going on was just something temporary. And they feel like, hey, since I'm out here in this world, what I've been watching and what I've been doing and the people I've been around, I can treat people this way. And that's why a lot of things are going on right now. A lot of violence, a lot of you name it, deleting deaths, right? That's what I mean by deleting. Is going on because people don't realize what they're doing. And you have to understand emotions. So a lot of people are just doing things because of how they feel about themselves. Think about it. If somebody is mad, they're frustrated, they're not happy with their lives. They feel like, yo, why I feel like shit. So let me go and treat somebody else like shit because this is how I feel. I just explained it to you. This is how they feel about themselves when they come and disrespect you. One thing I do see a lot, and it's happening, it's like on steroids, it's gaslighting. Gaslighting. People will do certain things to you and say certain things to you and then make it seem like it was you, and trying to use that against you and making you believe that you're crazy. Really making you think that you're crazy, that like, yo, you know what I mean, like you're bugging and everything, and it was them that did it to you. You've seen that in relationships where people are getting into fights, you know what I mean, and then they turn out on you and say it was you, and realistically it was them that did it to you and make it seem like it was you. You question yourself like, yo, am I bugging? such and such has told me I'm doing this and doing that, and then they just came at me. Get yourself checked. Because, and when I mean check, talk to somebody professional. Because it's a lot of that going on. Gaslighting. Because people's minds are not right. When people disrespect you, their minds are not right. They feel like they're doing something. They're lying to themselves. They think they're doing something. And it's like they're harming them. It's just, like I said, the way they feel about themselves, they'll show it to you by disrespecting you. You know what I mean? And you have to understand too, people are scared. They scared, and when they're scared, right, and they disrespect you and everything, it's a sign of insecurity. They're insecure about themselves. So that's why they're scared. They don't know how to express that, and that's why they're disrespecting you. They're coming at you in these type of ways. You name it. Any way you feel how people are disrespecting you, it could be they overstepping their boundaries with you, right? You have boundaries and they're overstepping, and like they coming up to you, and then you don't like a person just coming into the door. You get the knock first, you get the call. They're coming in and they're coming to your house, and then they don't even take off their shoes. This is disrespectful. And you check them on that, and then they consistently are doing it. That means they don't respect you. That's how they feel about themselves. And I'm gonna get into the video what you should do when people disrespect you. But these are things that we see in these times, and it's like, yo, you don't know what to do. You feel frustrated. You be like, yo, maybe I'm gonna give them a little piece of my mind. Don't do that. It's 2023. It's 2023, and I'm gonna let you know what you should do. You know what I mean? But that's how people are now. And then another thing too, they'll belittle you. You sit in here and you could be talking about your goals, your dreams. You could be talking to somebody and you having a good time, and here they go trying to talk about, oh, you want to become a singer, and all you know how to do is just you could cook all right. You know what I mean? You know, your hair, it looks, my hair look better, right? You could play ball. Oh, I play ball better than you. You don't know how to play ball because I beat you like 3 times. And then every time they are playing with you, they're cheating. You know what I mean? So you got to understand too, like, they're just only showing you how they feel about themselves. When they belittle you, they're showing you that, yo, this is how they feel. I done already explained to you in the beginning of the video. When people, yo, it's just, they scared. It's insecurity. When people disrespect you, it's just like, yo, you're disrespecting yourselves. You playing with yourself, and when you try to retaliate, I'm gonna get into that. You know what I mean? So when you try to retaliate, it's only gonna cause more problems to you. I know. You're like, dang. So I can't tell them a piece of my mind. I can't do this and I can't do that. You could, but there's a way of going upon that, because you see it. A lot of people, when they do check these people, it turns to violence, death, right? And you see it on the news a lot. A lot of family there's a lot of fights. A lot of people going to jail. A lot of people because of disrespect. And a lot of times it's not even people that you know. It's some people that you met on the street and you don't even know from a can of paint, and they'll come and try to hurt you because they feel like, okay, cool, I'm gonna hurt this person. I'm gonna give them peace of my mind because they see that you're a lick. They see that, okay, you know what? Maybe I could get over on this person. This person's small. This person looks soft. I'm gonna express my feelings, how I feel, how hurt I am to this person that I don't even know. Be careful, family. Be careful. And when people do disrespect you, be direct and polite with them. Yo. Excuse me, I don't know you, but you kind of violating me a little bit. Like you really violate me. Please, you know what I mean? family, friends, like, look. We cool and all. I love you, but that's very disrespectful. Chill with that, alright? And you have to understand too, most people, they do want to get checked. If they're adult about it and they're mature, they'll tell you, okay, I apologize. I came off wrong. I've been feeling this and I've been feeling that. Cool. You still have no excuses though, but at the same time, you are an adult. You are an adult and you have to know how to talk to people and treat people. So sometimes you gotta be politely and be direct with them and let them know how you feel. And you let them know like, yo, that's disrespectful. And don't do that again. Because most people, they just, we're in a world now, it's an emotional world where people, for example, are losing jobs, their hearts are getting broken, and I apologize. I thought the camera wasn't on, but it was running. But like, a lot of people, they're just going through a lot right now. You know what I mean? Which is understandable, but I learned something. We as a people, we are individuals, and what I mean is that you can't think for everybody. You can't feel bad for everybody. Because nobody's gonna feel bad for you. When people are disrespecting you and saying certain things to you that could really hurt your feelings and make you feel some type of way, do they really care how they felt about you at that time? Now, I do know that us as being humans, and let's say we have family, we are in a relationship, things can happen where things could come off kind of wrong. Things could happen. And we could say certain things to hurt each other. But let's call it like it is. If I'm not around you a lot, especially if we're family and we have friends, or I don't even know you, and then you come out your way just so you could just disrespect me for something that I didn't do to you, and you see I'm pretty cool because you can tell by my body language, you could tell by the way I am as a person that I'm real relaxed, but you decided to still disrespect me. That person, this is how they feel about themselves. This is how they are. They basically, and you have to check them politely. And I advise to do it politely, especially if you're a positive person. You may have to be a little aggressive and be very like, yo, chill. But you do not want to risk and get violent, especially in these times, because as you do know, they will throw you in jail. People, you don't know people who know people, you could suffer the consequence. You get into a situation where you could get into a fight and you could lose your life. And you got to think about like, yo, I got a beautiful life, I got a lot going on. For example, I got kids, I got a wife, I got a husband. I would love to wake up the next day and be next to them. And you do not want to be around these people when they disrespect you. And things happen, you risk that. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with checking them. There's nothing wrong with checking them and letting them know how you feel and how that you're not happy with what they just did. But at the same time, get out of that situation, stay away from them, because this is what I say to myself. When people disrespect me or come at me in any type of way, especially if you're a positive person, so I'll be like, shoot, I'm better than you. Shoot, if you got to do that, that means that this is how you feel about yourself. Especially if I don't know you, if I'm not around you a lot. Alright? But that's the end of the video, and that's how to let you know. When people disrespect you, it's a sign of them showing you how they feel about themselves. Alright? Simple as that. Again, Happy New Year to you and yours. And please like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend, Gene. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace. Happy New Year.